Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As we end the year 2024, it is important for us to be focused on our financial goals for 2025. Today, I'll be using ChatGPT to help create a financial plan for financial freedom in 2025 and beyond to become a millionaire in the next 7 to 10 years. So, what I'm starting with is just asking, what are 5 common steps to ensure financial freedom? This is going to be important for setting up our financial plan and learning to stick to a goal. So, luckily, ChatGPT has given us 2 different responses. So, you want to look over the different elements of each response and see which one would be best for your situation. So, I'm looking over both response 1 and response 2 just to see what would be better for me and what has more clear, actionable steps. So, after looking at response 1 and 2 and kind of going over everything, I do think that I am going to go with number 1, just because it's just clearly defined out and a little bit easier for everyone to follow. So, after choosing response 1, we'll go over the 5 common steps to financial freedom. The first one is establishing clear financial goals. The second is creating and sticking to a budget, which we'll go over the details in just a second. 3 is eliminating and avoiding high interest debt, which a lot of us fall victim to. 4 is building multiple streams of income. And then 5 is investing and saving for the future. And so these 5 steps are going to help set us up for our financial plan to help create it. So now, using ChatGPT, we're going to write based on those 5 common financial freedom steps. We're going to create a financial plan. Now, this is where you want to make sure you are extremely specific to your situation. For me, this is just an example of a sample salary and sample monthly expenses. But when it comes to you creating your own, the more specific you are, the easier it is for ChatGPT to create the perfect financial plan so that you can have a savings and basically be on the path to financial freedom. So for me, I put based on the 5 common steps recommended to gain financial freedom, create a financial plan that would help someone become a millionaire in 7 to 10 years based off of a salary of $60,000. Now, obviously, if your salary is more or less, please be sure to edit that. And also, you have to decide when you want to reach millionaire status. Is it 7 to 10 years? Is it 15 years or more? And so you have that $60,000 salary, and you also want to list what are your total bills, right? Let's say you pay a total of $3,400. Maybe you have a car payment, maybe it's car insurance, maybe it's rent. Whatever total amount you spend in bills, even credit card bills, add that up so that can be subtracted from the money that you have to allocate towards financial freedom. All of it will be relevant and will make it easier for a financial plan that fits within your budget. The next thing to do is to allocate a certain amount per year to some of the things that you actually enjoy. So for me, I really love traveling. So you could allocate $5,000 a year for traveling, right? I'm just putting that initially. That might be high for someone whose salary is $60,000 with absolutely no side hustles, but I just want to show you how that will look. So you put that in and let ChatGPT do the work. One of the important things that ChatGPT does is make sure they tell you what your annual income is after taxes, because I think a lot of people don't factor that in. So it is important to know what you'll be getting as an estimated annual income after taxes are taken out. So now going back to the top and starting from step one of the things that I see is that the monthly disposable income is only $600. That really is not a lot of money. Although ChatGPT will still show you how to reach that financial freedom with only having $600 of monthly disposable income, I would think that you need to reevaluate your expenses and probably make some changes. So I'm just looking at some preliminary things that they have mentioned, and they also talk about what the challenge would be with that income and all of the things that you want to do. But they show you the monthly allocation, the annual allocation for each of your categories for expenses. So I'm just showing you guys this based off an example of what that information that I put in to show you that it's still possible to do this even with a very small amount of disposable income. But what I want to do is actually make some changes to the salary and then the monthly or yearly requirements of this individual, because I just wanted to show you guys what that would look like. So the changes we're going to make is to now create a financial plan for a higher salary. So the new salary for this individual, we're going to increase that by $10,000 in a year. So maybe not right away, but like if you get increases in pay, bonus, whatever it is, you're going to put that in here now. So we're going to do a $10,000 salary increase in the next year. And we're going to have to scale back on the amount that we allocate for traveling, right? So it's not saying that you can't take a vacation, but you may have to travel less. So we're only going to do $2,000 for the vacations. So now ChatGPT is going to show us a revised financial freedom plan with a higher salary and changing that vacation budget. So now our new annual income after taxes is $56,000. And again, this is estimated, just to let you guys know. Your monthly income has increased. Your monthly expenses are staying the same. Just because you make more money, we need to keep our monthly expenses the same so that you can allocate more money for investments and whatnot. Your monthly disposable income has gone up. Your annual disposable income has gone up, and your vacation budget has decreased. But the thing that is important to you, you'll still be able to do just a little bit less or maybe not as extravagant. So now we're just looking at the strategic budget allocation and just showing you for each of your categories what the monthly allocation is and what the yearly or annual allocation is. So you want to make sure you go over that, make sure it's feasible and that it is reasonable for you to do. Other things to consider are including gas or miscellaneous expenses. Moving on to the next step, it is building an emergency fund. This is going to be year 1 to 2. We're aggressively making sure that we allocate expenses to build that emergency savings. For this person, it would be $500 a month. And once you get that amount, you're going to put it in a high yield saving account. The reason I've highlighted this is because you can look it up, right, from ChatGPT, highlight it and look it up and see what are the options for high yield savings accounts and what their return rate would be. If you are someone that is not familiar with a high yield savings account, I also would advise you to look up what it is and get a little bit more understanding before opening one. It is pretty much an easy process, but again, if you don't have all the tools and resources, it's always best to be informed before opening that account. Once your emergency fund is fully funded, we can move on to step 4, which is being aggressive in your investing plan. Now, your investing plan will take place over from year 1 to 10. You will constantly be investing, and it's just going to change how much you can invest from, the first couple of years until the last 7 to 10 years. Now, this chart right here shows you what your investment strategy is, your annual contribution that will be needed, in your expected return. So for the stock market, such as index funds and ETFs, you're going to use $10,000 to $12,000 per year, and you're going to have an 8 to 10% return annually. The other one is 401k, which most of us have through our jobs if we are with an employer, or like Roth IRA or IRA accounts. You maxing out at $7,000 a year. And then another optional one is dividend stocks and REITs, and that's going to be $3,000 a year. So the way they've broken it down is 70% in those index funds, and they're giving you examples such as S&P 500 ETFs, 20% growth stocks, 10% dividend stocks. And then so projected outcome, if you're doing those $15,000 a year annual investments, in 9 years you could be a millionaire if that you have that 8% return. But if you have the 10% return, you can be a millionaire in 8 years. So it's all about planning, guys. The other thing, again, I would advise you on is to look into it if you are not familiar with any of these resources. So the next one we're going to do is move to step 5, which talks about increasing your income streams. I always like to say that some people, I know that they don't like the side hustle culture, but it really helps to create wealth. Find whatever you're good at and try to monetize off that. So even as they have the example of YouTube or affiliate marketing, whether it's you being involved on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, it doesn't matter what you choose to do, but find a way to make some like a monthly income to help you reach your goals in that next 7 to 10 years, so your long-term goals, because that's going to be important to propel you to create wealth. The next thing you want to do is make sure you are paying off your high interest debts. So that's going to be your credit cards. I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're usually in the high 20% for some cards, and you want to make sure you are paying those off first. So they call it the debt snowball method, and you want to start with the ones that have the highest interest rate. Once you have paid off your debts or paid them significantly down, you'll have more money to invest in, which will help you propel you to becoming a millionaire in that 7 to 10 year mark. And so let's look at the milestone. Year 1 to 2 is all about aggressive saving. It's all about paying that interest down. And you're investing, but you're not investing as much as you will in the next couple of years. Year 3 to 5 is all about investments and finding what you're good at to boost income streams so you can utilize that for the investments. Year 6 to 7 is about also aggressively investing, but now we're up to $20,000 a year, which is a significant amount if you're making $70,000 a year. And from year 8 to 10, you're going to be achieving that millionaire status. But you want to make sure it is sustainable. You don't want to reach $1 million and then have absolutely no idea what to do with that $1 million. So once you do hit that millionaire status, it's going to be important to reevaluate your financial plan and make a sustainability plan about your keeping your millionaire status and hopefully making more money past that. ChatGPT also gives 4 success habits for financial freedom. The first step is to automate your savings and investments. Basically treat it like a bill. So part of that monthly bill, your investments need to be a part of that. The second one is living below your means. And this is something that I do myself. I live way below my means, which is why I'm able to do so much giveaways, such as the laptop giveaway that I'm currently running right now. 3 is the annual financial review. Please understand your financial situation and adjust it when needed. And then 4, stay educated about the financial strategies and resources that you have available to you. I hope that this video has really helped you guys to be able to create a financial plan and reach that financial freedom. And I just wanted to take the time to say thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I hope that we all have a great 2025.